Okay, so how I learned guitar, really have to take it back before I even started playing guitar. My both my parents were actually violinists, but my dad was the concertmaster of the Boston Ballet Orchestra, played with the symphony and pops. So had a lot of classical music and of course violin in my house from a very young age. I started playing violin around I think 3 or 4, started taking lessons around 5, and so that was a lot of my musical background. And I was playing classical music, learning basic harmony. I knew what a major scale was. I knew how to read music, how to read key signatures, but basically everything came down to what was written on the sheet of music. I mean, there was no part of it that was improvisational or anything like that. But I was getting exposed to other music. So I was a big Beatles fan, Motown fan, Elvis fan. And when I was really little, had always had a fascination with the guitar. And actually started playing guitar because I saw School of Rock, the movie, in theaters. And just thought seemed like the coolest thing. Really liked the music. I know got that soundtrack, which had, some Zeppelin and some Cream and AC/DC on it. So blues-based rock, and that was a lot of the first stuff I was into. And I still didn't quite get that thing of like the improvisational nature. So everything at the start was tabs. It was, song books, chord charts, learning that way. And I actually really struggled with chords. I found like a lot of my knowledge from the violin on scales translated pretty easily. Like early on, I remember figuring out, oh, the major scale, I can just take that over to the guitar, which I could already do on the violin, or the minor scale. I figured out, okay, those things exist the same on both these planes, and I know how to do them. But I remember it was much harder for me. It's like, whoa, there are all these different chord shapes. How do I remember an A chord, D chord, E chord, C, G, and then, just knowing all the names of the notes? Because I was used to, on violin, playing in a couple positions, but not all this shifting. I was able to make some connections there just because I had enough music knowledge of, okay, here's what the alphabet is, and it works linear up these strings. But I know a big breakthrough for me was just figuring out, okay, power chords and how to find those. Like, oh, okay, if I want a B flat power chord, I just find a B flat and play this. And then bar chords, major and minor bar chords, being able to, take really just A shape and E shape, major and minor bar chords around the neck was big for me. But I was learning 90% early on from tab. I didn't want to have a teacher. I wanted guitar to be my thing. But still, somewhere in my parents' basement, there's a storage box of probably a couple thousand, printer paper sheets of tabs. And that's really how I was picking things up. And it was a little later, and really the breakthrough to improvisation for me was I was actually playing baseball in my town. I was probably 14 or 15 years old. And one of the dads of a kid on the team was a blues harmonica player and would go to local blues jams. And he had heard me play a bit, I think, on, I don't know, at the time it may have been MySpace or early on Facebook. And he said, oh, you sound great. You should come out and play at this. And I roughly knew how to play a 12-bar blues. And I figured, okay, I can noodle around. I play over backing tracks. I can play over this. But that's when I started realizing, oh, my vocabulary and my ability to play rhythm isn't what I think. Because at that point, I was going in, and if it was a blues in G, I was playing like G major, C major, D major. Then it got to, okay, can I play G7, C7, D7, have maybe some different voicings for those. And improvising early on, it was minor pentatonic. It was, I knew enough kind of blues rock licks to survive there, and a lot was kind of taking copy paste of phrases I knew. But that's what really exposed, oh, my ear has to be better and my vocabulary has to be better. And I started really seeking out both different players, but just different records to dive into the vocabulary. So I remember going down the Stevie rabbit hole, and it's like, okay, all those Stevieisms. And of course, that intro originally Texas Flood is Larry Davis, but then you... and just how to phrase and put together a solo. I remember being super into, B.B. King live at the Regal. And all those different rabbit holes. I think one of the mind-blowing ones, having heard enough Stevie and more contemporary players of a Mike Landau, is hearing Albert King and really diving in there. And it's like, oh, that's where so many of those Stevieisms, you take like the... It's an Albert Kingism, except Albert was playing it a bit different, and it was how to get those sounding kind of the way it was on the record. I mean, when I do Albert, I'm on the B string. To really get the size and scope of those bends. But it was a lot of just digging into records, really getting my ear to a good spot. I think that before I really got into blues, I got into a lot of hard rock and shred stuff, the Metallica, Dream Theater, Satriani, Vai. And because of that, when I got to playing blues, I had a really good basis of technique on the instrument. I mean, I had kind of worked on my picking. I'd worked on a lot of the left-hand technique. And I felt like at that point, when I was getting to blues, the thing that was really holding me back was more the phrasing, was more the connection between the ear and the fretboard. And I started taking every opportunity I could to go play with people and play with a band. I mean, when I was 18, 19 years old, every week, every other week, I was going and playing with kind of a blues rock band down outside Boston that was playing covers, but it was an outlet of learning how to play a bunch of different music and songs that I maybe didn't know, be able to really use my ear and trust it. And, from there, I always looked at every gig that I got, every band I played with, even if it wasn't the exact music I wanted to play. It was a learning opportunity. It was how do I sound good in this situation? How do I learn something from this that I can take to my playing?